As we mentioned earlier, we talked that call about the Jets. You know, they got that big win over the Steelers last week, and that's just a huge emotional, like, Super Bowl type victory for them. They were expected to came out flat. I expected them to keep it within the 14-point spread. They did not. Cowboys blew them out, 34-3. Romo goes wild. Marion Barber goes wild. Julius Jones goes wild, and Jets just couldn't do nothing right in this day. Dallas 10-1, Jets 2-9. And Jets, again, they do this. 4 years ago, they played the NFC East. They got swept by all those teams, and they got swept by them again. Why can't the Jets beat the NFC East?
I don't know.
Eagles are undefeated against the Jets in history. All right, let's take the call.
WRPR, you're on the air.
Todd.
Yes, sir.
Brian, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Brian, how you doing? You're
finally calling in. I'm listening.
Yeah, I heard Matt calling before. Talk about his Giants.
Is that Matt or is that Lovie Smith? I mean, he's like, you sound like Lovie Smith. He's like, we're 7-4 with Eli Manning as our quarterback.
I know.
Like,
Rex Grossman.
Rex Grossman is our quarterback. How funny is that, man?
I know.
All right, Todd, what do you want to talk about?
All right, I just finished talking about Dallas and how they annihilated the Jets. You want to talk about the preview with the Packers and the big showdown?
Oh, that's going to be a tremendous game. And how ridiculous is that? It's on NFL Network.
I know.
I heard,
nobody gets
my
it.
My buddy Mike Francesca was a little ticked off about that.
I know. Everybody is. Everybody should get that channel. What's going on here?
No, I know. I'm actually pretty lucky. A few of my friends at school get that channel, so I get to watch it, or I can go to the bar.
Yes, you're lucky you get to see. Yeah, you're lucky you get to see that here. I mean, I'm stuck. I'm going to miss this game.
No, otherwise I'd be going nuts.
Yeah.
Todd, go to the bar, man.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Go to Hooters.
Yeah, we'll check out that game. So 2-10-1.
Go to Hooters. You get to see some attractive girls. And you get to watch some football.
Same thing. Wrestling pay-per-views, NFL games. Check all their stuff there at Hooters. Good idea.
Yeah, let's talk about Jericho's big return.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the wrestling report. We'll talk about it a little bit. So we'll talk about it now anyway, since you're there. Since I have one game left to cover.
All right, what game do you have to cover? I'll do it with you.
Just Packers and Lions, the Thanksgiving game. We're done.
Oh my God, that game, the score did not indicate how it actually went down.
Yeah, Favre struggled the first play of the game. Then he just dominated them, and they won 37-26. Jason Hanson, great kicker for the Lions and everything. He steps it up all the time, but Favre's got to do better. And, the Lions' defense just stinks.
Yeah, their defense is awful. I actually don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
They're not making it. Even the Giants are questionable.
Yeah, they had a cake schedule the first half. Now they actually have to play real teams.
I was shocked though when they blew out Denver though. That came out of nowhere, that game.
Yeah, I think Denver just had a letdown game.
So
not like the Giants just had. That wasn't a letdown game. That's actually how bad the Giants are.
That's called the second half collapse. A tradition that keeps up.
That's called Eli Manning. Can't play in any cold weather.
Yeah, all those Giant fans trying to rub it into me on a Friday at the football game, and then I'm like, yeah, just wait. Your team's not as good as you're saying you are. Even Pacone was talking about. He's a Cowboys fan. He was talking about how he's like, oh, their defense is so great. Yeah, look what they did against the Vikings. Give me a break.
It's not. All they did was they beat up on your backup left tackle, Winston Justice.
I know they just beat all bad teams. So it's ridiculous. They're not that good.
Yeah, especially if Eli Manning is asked to win the game, you can't do it.
Their best win so far is the Lions, and the Lions had a chance in that one if the wide receivers didn't tip the ball into Giant players' hands.
Yeah, the Lions still could have won that game. That's how bad the Giants are.
All right, so I covered everything in the NFL now. So now we're going to go into wrestling. Let's talk about Chris Jericho's return. You think this is good for the business since they're so bad lately?
Oh, I love Jericho. This would be fantastic for the business. Y2K is back. Y2J, excuse me.
What do you think of his new appearance, though? Like the no steroids and how he's so skinny and like the gray kind of hair and the little hair, this little buzz hair.
Yeah, the short hair. I don't know what's going on.
It's a little weird hair.
Why don't you tell me about that, Tom?
I don't know. He left. He's been gone since 2005, so I don't know. Something must have happened in 2 years.
At least he's not on the steroids. We don't want another Benoit episode happening,
Yeah.
That was tragic. Did you hear about Sean Taylor, Todd? He got shot in the groin.
I saw that on fake AOL News. So,
is that going to be an excuse for the Redskins why they are tanking as well?
I don't know. I just think the Redskins aren't that good to begin with.
So what do you think your Eagles are going to make the playoffs?
No, I don't. I think 7-9.
Do you have a co-host, or he just sits while you talk?
He's here right now. He talks every so. You got something to say here?
No, I don't in particular. I'm just listening to you guys.
Yeah, that was a great Eli Manning interview you guys had on before.
Yeah, we called him up.
Fantastic. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, Eli just doesn't care that he throws 4 picks and loses the game.
No, I know. I actually heard he was trying to outdo Peyton's 6 picks, but the Minnesota defenders dropped a couple of them.
Yeah, that's right.
He threw a lot in the ground too. It's like an injured McNabb would.
Yeah, right.
He threw more Minnesota touchdowns than Travaris Jackson did.
Yeah. He basically accounted for minus 24 points for the Giants, Eli Manning.
Now, if the Eagles, if they actually went to Philly, which I don't think they're going to do, And if they could like play the intensity they played last night, then they would make the playoffs. But I just don't see it happening. I think it's gonna be 7-9, 8-8. But there's a chance. They still have a chance though. If they play the way they did last night, they could win all those games coming up.
You think McNabb's going to be the starter next week, or are they going to keep Feely?
I think so. I wish they went with Feely, but they have too much investment in McNabb.
This may be a little bit of controversy because I heard they said they're not going to play McNabb until he's completely 100%.
Feely's doing well too. Why not?
Yeah, they might give Feely another week just to see, if he actually is really that good, or just a one-game wonder. Because he beat the Patriots in, what was it, 2004 when he was on the Dolphins, or 2003?
Yeah, he beat the Patriots. Even Harrington has win against the Patriots. Everyone in the Dolphins always had luck against them, but it ain't gonna happen this year.
Yeah. Joe Harrington, he's a good quarterback.
He's a lot better than Leftwich, though. I mean, he should stay as Atlanta starter, I think.
Leftwich can't stay healthy. That's his problem.
Leftwich is slow too.
And the Jaguars are just awful. I don't know.
I think Jaguars are a little bit lucky. You know Tyler Mitchell, the Jaguars fan. He actually thinks that Garrard is the best African American quarterback in the NFL. That's just insane to think that.
Who do you think's better than him?
I was looking at the stats. He's actually right currently, though. But
why has it got to be about race? Why does he have to be African American?
I know it shouldn't be about that. And if you want to talk about the history, though, I think Randall Cunningham and Warren Moon are like 1,000 times better than Garrard.
Yeah, but hold on, he thinks he's the greatest quarterback ever.
I don't know if he meant right now or ever. But if he's right now, he actually might be right.
Right now, you can make that argument. He does have 0 interceptions on the season.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But his receivers are just awful.
Yeah, the Jaguars don't have that much offense. They're inconsistent. They could beat anybody, but they could lose to anybody. So you can never tell with them.
Yeah. So Todd, how much money would you give to have Terrell Owens on your team again?
I never wanted to get rid of him in the first place. It was just they had to because he was causing problems for the team. Like the team couldn't concentrate and everything like that. So that was the whole.
That was you didn't like that when he's doing sit-ups on his driveway? That was causing team dissension?
And the team because it's like McNabb and Owens, they just argue about everything. They couldn't get along. They had to make a decision. That's what they did.
So if you could go back in time, you'd get rid of McNabb instead of T.O.?
Yeah. You said this to me a couple years ago. You wanted to trade away McNabb, get more receivers.
Yeah, I did say that.
And get a young quarterback.
I
remember that, Tom.
You're right. I did say that, and it actually would have been a smart move because the Eagles, they don't have any big-name wide receivers. That hurts a team. You need, like the Patriots, they have all these superstars. We need some superstars to become a Super Bowl contender. We don't have that.
Yeah, looking back on it, I mean, they could have traded
You got the best
away.
running back in the league, though. Westbrook's amazing.
I don't know, man.
He carries
you think he's
his
the best? What about Adrian Peterson all day?
Well, our team actually stopped Peterson. We played them, and we only gave him 71 yards in the game. That's not much.
Yeah, Dallas, I think, gave up 76 against them.
Yeah, we played good defense against him.
So how much success do you think the Don Bosco product, Ryan Grant himself, is going to have against this Cowboys run defense?
I don't know. Probably not that much, unless they get to the goal line.
Yeah, he had a good game on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and he played good 2 weeks ago against the Vikings, too.
Yeah. So
that guy's getting a lot better.
Let's talk about the NBA. I want to talk about my Knicks. I heard you bashing them before.
I'm just talking about how everyone wants to get rid of Isaiah, and there's a huge controversy. Are you for that, getting rid of Isaiah group, or what do you think?
I think Isaiah needs to go. And what I read last week in the New York Times was actually Stephon Marbury. The reason he left the team was because his mentor, who was like his father figure, died that day when they were on the plane and the whole controversy started.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas actually gave him permission to go back.
You know what the Knicks could use? They could use not as a head coaching job, but as like an assistant or like working in the front office. Get Patrick Ewing reassociated with that team. That'd be.
I know. That was their biggest mistake when they traded him away in the first place.
Yeah. And it was so long ago, those good days, they had him and John Starks. I mean.
You know what else wouldn't hurt, Todd, right?
What?
LeBron James.
Yeah, he can't do it all by himself, though. The Cavs got to get another player.
No, I'm saying if LeBron came to the Knicks. He had a Yankees cap on in the playoffs.
That would have helped.
I think he wants to come to New York.
Yeah, if he came to New York, the Knicks easily would have been at least a 3 or 4 seed.
Yeah, you never know. If he's putting up Jordan-like numbers right now, so we'll see. We shall see. All right, Todd.
He had a triple-double in yesterday's game.
Yeah, the past 2 games had a triple-double.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
You know who the last player to do that in back-to-back game was?
Who?
Michael Jordan.
Yep, he's a legend, too. Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing, and Larry Bird, and who's the guy in the Lakers?
I think the Knicks need actually Charles Oakley to come out of retirement and then still some toughness in the team.
Wow, that'd be good.
So you basically
whatever happened to because I don't follow NBA, but what happened to Sprewell? When did he leave? What happened there?
What was that?
Latrell Sprewell. What happened to him? Like when did he leave? What happened there?
Oh, Well, he had a little bit of a problem with the owner, James Dolan, who may be clinically insane. We're not sure right now.
Everyone has a problem with him.
Well, apparently, a rumor I heard was that David Stern, the commissioner of the NBA, actually went up to his father, Charles Dolan, and said, either you step in and fix the Knicks, or I'm going to step in and fix the Knicks. So, I mean, David Stern denies any such, event occurred, but we'll see, soon if anything's going to change. I mean, Isaiah did win on Saturday against the Bulls.
Yeah, he won
that was a big win for them. I was actually at the game last Tuesday when they played Golden State when the Fire Isaiah chant started.
Yeah, I remember that game, yeah.